Make sure your body is forward on your chair, so your knees and your toes are nice and straight forward. Check that you can give a little wiggle perhaps to sit up nice and tall. Feeling the crown of your head, lifting you really big towards the ceiling. Take a moment to open your palms to the sky. Take a moment to find a nice big deep breath. See if you can breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Maybe a nice big exhale or even a sigh. Inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. One more time. Nice big deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and exhale. Beautiful. Now turn your palms to face your legs. Roll your right shoulder back a couple times. And then shift it to your left shoulder a couple of times. And then both shoulders back a couple of times. Beautiful. And then keep pressing into your legs. One more time. Inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, big exhale. Hey, Margaret. And one more time. Big deep breath in. Exhale. Beautiful. Can you take your right hand, reach it up to the ceiling? Big stretch. And bring that hand back down. Left hand. Open those fingers as you take it up. Big stretch. Good. And bring your hand back down. Good. Now slightly out to the right, just a little on a diagonal. Give that arm a big stretch. And bring it back. Good. Left side. Open out just a little onto that diagonal. Give it a stretch. And come down. Beautiful. Now straight out like a letter T. Rest and extend your fingers. And return it back. Good. Switching sides. Left hand goes out nice and far. And bring it back. Good. Try with your right hand and your left arm. So right arm straight up, left arm out like a little bit of a Y. Good. Bring it back. Let's do that the opposite direction. So left hand goes straight up, right arm out like your Y. Good. Both hands down. Now both arms up like a Y. Open those fingers. You're looking like a nice little letter Y. Good. And back. Now, left arm out like a Y, right arm like a T. So different levels. Good. And come back. Other way. Right arm up like a Y, left arm out like the T. Nice. All right. Both hands out like a T. Here we go. Palms face the floor, nice and strong. Take a breath. Stay where you are. I'm going to turn just so you can see me. Can you lean forward just a tiny bit? And sit up. Good. Can you lean back just a teeny tiny bit? Good. Stay there. Good. Come back up to center. Now can you give yourself a big hug? Maybe a little twist into your body. Nice and gentle. Good. Pausing here. Look at which elbow's on top. Relax your arms out like a T. And give yourself a hug with your second favorite elbow back on top. And just give yourself a little rock if you'd like from side to side. Good. Take a nice big deep breath. Let your hands release. Come back to your lap. Take an inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and exhale. Can you make a nice loud HA sound? Inhale. Big breathy HA sound. Good. If you'd like, we'll add the arms. So inhale. Arms up over your head, open your mouth, exhale. Bring your hands back down. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, open your mouth. Good, last one. Nice big deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Great job. Take your hands to your chair and lean back, scoot back into your chair. So you can lean into your chair and lift 1 foot up. Okay, I'm lifting mine up high so you can see it. You don't have to bring yourself that high if you don't want. Return that foot to the earth and switch to the second side. Awesome, bring that one down, switch again, up. Bring that one down, switch again. Beautiful. Bring that first one up. Can you flex and point your toe 3 times? And then make a circle around and a circle the other way. Awesome. Put that foot down. Switch sides. Second foot. Flex and point 3 times. And again, I'm just making mine nice and big so you can see it. Yours can be lower. And then do some circles around. Oh, can you hear the snap, crackles, and pops in my ankle? Geez, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm stepping on cornflakes over here. All right, lower that foot down. Now, anybody that would like 1 foot and maybe both. Okay, if you only want to do one at a time, that's okay. Switch, point and flex if you can. Couple ankle circles if you can. I can't see all of your feet, so I trust that you're doing the best you can right here. Awesome, bring those heels down. Good, take a breath, scoot your body forward in your chair. Keep your feet nice and wide. Beautiful, toes are still forward. Inhale, touch the sky, reach up with your hands. Exhale, pull those elbows into a nice cactus. Beautiful. Inhale, stretch your fingers even taller. Exhale, pull wide into your cactus. Lovely. 1 more time. Stretch your fingers up, get really tall, tall, tall. Exhale, pull out wide into your cactus. Good. Can you rotate your fingers into a scarecrow? Lift them back up. Cactus. 1 more, rotate. Scarecrow. And lift up, cactus. Beautiful. Now just weave your arms crisscross in front of you. Nice work, everybody. Take your hands to your lap. Good. Sitting up nice and tall. Press your belly back towards your chair. And then out to your left. And then a little forward. A little out to your right. And see if you can start to make a little bit of a circle. Okay, I'm making mine really big so you can see. Yours does not have to be this big. Smaller is fine. But do see if you can feel that shift of your body weight from the right to the left. From the right and the left. Good. 1 more circle and then everybody pause. Sit back up nice and tall. Take a breath. If you're a little dizzy, just stay right here. If you feel okay, right arm up, stretch it up. Left arm joins the right. Right arm back down. Left arm back down. 1 more time. Left arm first. Up with the left. Up with the right. Down with the left. Down with the right. All right, shifting your weight backwards. I'm going to go circle the opposite way. Then move out to your right. Then come on forward and make that circle. So you're just kind of rounding out that shape real gently, nice and easily. Moving into that easy rounded direction. Beautiful. Last time all the way through. Beautiful. And then come back up, sit up nice and tall. But if you need a minute to breathe, please do. And then inhale the left arm up. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale the left arm down. Exhale the right arm down. Good. 1 more time. Start with the right. Lift up. Lift up left. Right hand down. Left hand down. Good. Lift up the elbows. kind of to your cactus, but you've rotated your palms forward. All right, cross your left elbow high, right elbow, try not to touch. Good, and then pull back. Do that same side again, left elbow's nice and high, let your arms cross over. Good, and come wide. Now switch so the right arm is on top, and you're just sailing right past. Good, and open wide. See if you can pull those shoulder blades back. One more time, sail those fingers right past. Beautiful, and come back. Awesome, relax your hands down, hands onto your lap. Give a little wiggle, a little wavy sort of movement of the arms. Take a breath. Remember, if you need a sip of water, please take one, okay? We'll do some vocal work in a little bit, but we've done a little with those SH breath. All right, keeping your chin nice and level, turn your head right to the right side. Look out to the right side of your room. And then inhale, come on back to center, and then turn your head off to your left side, looking out on the left side of your room. And come back to center. Now keep your chin level, but bring your right ear just a teeny bit closer to your right shoulder. Beautiful. Inhale back to center, and then your left ear a little closer to your left shoulder. And come back to center. Beautiful. Shrug your shoulders up by your ears. Take a breath. Exhale. Let them go. Get long and strong in those shoulders. Good. Deep breath. How loud can you be? Ready, set, exhale. Nice big exhale. One more time. Inhale. Big ol' exhale. Perfect. Take a moment to swallow. Make sure, and again, have water if you need it, but just do take a moment to swallow. Hi, Anne. Glad you're here. All right. Turn your toes in. Okay, so your toes are pointed in just a little. And then bring your heels in and leave your feet close together. Bringing your fingertips up, spread your fingers wide like you are a starfish. Squeeze them together. Wide and squeeze. Take them wide and squeeze. So you're going starfish and back. Good. Starfish and scissor. Yep, one more. Beautiful. Now puff out your elbows, rotate your palms so they're facing your body. Same thing though, stay in your chair. I'm just getting closer to the screen. Starfish, spread those fingers and squeeze them together. Spread those fingers and squeeze. See if you can keep those elbows puffed out too. Squeeze, stretch and squeeze. One more. Stretch and squeeze. Now stay here and I'm going to get even closer. Keep the right hand facing you. Let the left palm face me. Spread your fingers and scissor them together. Spread your fingers, scissor them together. Good. One more. Spread your fingers and back together. Now let your hands pass. Okay, so your left hand is close to your body, your right hand. Hold your forearms. Give yourself a little twist. Okay, a little torso twist. We've done some work into the brain, crisscrossing the arms. Good, nice big deep breath. Good, pause here. Separate your forearms so they're no longer touching, and then just pull your hands away like you've done a magic trick. Ta-da! All right, open and close those fingers once again. I'm not really sure what magic we did, but we did some, didn't we? Close those fingers. Good, one more. Beautiful. Take your hands, rotate them to your body, puff out your elbows, squeeze and close. Squeeze and close. Good. Squeeze. So you're working those scissor type fingers. Stretch them and squeeze them. You got them. Stretch and bring them together. Beautiful. Last one. Beautiful. Keep your left palm facing you. Right palm now faces me or the screen. And take a breath, open and close those fingers. So you're doing two different things with the sides of your body. Right palm is forward, left palm is facing back. Good, puff up those elbows nice and big, working into the shoulder strength as well. Good, one more. Beautiful, keep the fingers spread wide. And then like two little ships, let the hands crisscross without actually touching. And then hold your forearms. All good? All right, deep breath, give yourself that little twist. So you're just rotating through the torso just a little bit. Nice work. Good, for 2 and 1, beautiful. Come back to center, separate your hands so they're just close to hovering touch, not quite touching, and then pull them apart. Again, it's that magic trick. Are you ready? Ta-da! All right, relax your arms down. Take a couple deep breaths. If you need a sip of water, please feel free to take one. And we'll stay in the chair for some work into the legs here. All right, so I'm going to scoot back an inch. Is everyone still able to hear me? I was just fiddling with the microphone a little. Thumbs up. Okay. All right, so keep the knees and toes forward. Take your right foot back behind you. And leave the left foot forward, left heel forward. Good. And then switch that around. Bring the left foot back, right foot forward. And switch that around. Good. Keep going with that, just that gentle little switch. And the gentle little switch. Okay, so you're using your hands on your chair if you'd like. If you want to make it a little bit different, take your hands a little bit out to the side. Okay, so perhaps you're using a little more of your core strength, your quadricep strength as you're switching those hands. Want to make it a little more interesting, take your hands over your head. So you're kind of reaching up as you're switching your feet. Nice. Last one each way. Good. If you need one more to make sure you're even, go ahead and take it, and then bring both feet back down to the floor. Crisscross your arms all the way down. Good. Bring that into your heart. Take a deep breath. And an exhale. Leaving your left leg right where it is. Can you either use your hands or not? Pick your right foot up and bring it out a little bit wider. Good work. All right, scoot a little closer to that corner of your chair, keeping your palms right next to your heart. Take a deep breath and then rock and shift your hands up to the ceiling. And open them out nice and wide. Beautiful. And then gently bring your hands to your lap. Good. Make sure both feet are nice and flat, but if a little bit of a forward fold would feel okay, you can come forward just a little. All right, please remember if you've got any osteoporosis or anything going on in your back that you don't want to take much of a fold, just stop right here. If a little bit further feels okay in your spine, you can take it. And then soften your head, your neck, and your jaw. Take a breath. Push deeper into your legs to come back up. Good. If it feels okay, stretch your hands up nice and tall. Exhale your hands back into your heart. Beautiful. Take your left heel and walk that foot out towards that short edge of your space. Okay, so towards your screen. You can leave the heel on the floor, toes up, or bring that left foot down. Ever feels good. Take a breath and then open the arms out nice and wide. Your right hand can move towards the back of your chair, assuming you have some sort of a rounded chair or back to your chair like I do. If not, just keep those hands out to your side. Okay. If you need to, you can always scoot back a little more in that chair as well. That feels good. All right, take the back of your left hand to the inside of your left thigh. And then from here, push into that thigh. Good. Turn your gaze to your right shoulder. Turn your gaze gently to your left shoulder. And then bring your head back nice and straight. Deep breath. Good. Let your left hand release. Pick your left foot up if you can and bring it back down right by your side. You do a nice little windshield wiper. Moving the knee back in and out and in and out. Good. Real gentle. Beautiful. And then from here, let's walk like a cartoon. So you can go a little faster. And you can take that march a little bit more back into the middle. Have your space. Beautiful. Give your hands and away we go. Over. Can you keep your feet marching as we do the away we go with the hands? Away we go. Good. Doing two different directions. March with the feet, wave with the hands. You've got it. One more. March with the feet and wave with the hands. You got it. All right. Pause for a moment. Take a breath. Hands can rest. Catch your breath. As always, if you need a sip of water, please feel free to take one. All right, from here, we will send the left leg out to the side. So you're welcome to use your hands. Always help assist the leg over, or if it feels all right, take it wider. And if you need to reposition yourself into the corner of your chair, that's a good idea. So your hips are nice and square, even though you're on that funny angle of the chair. Palms come to your heart. Take a nice big deep breath. And then as you exhale, push your hands up like that little rocket ship. And then open them out nice and wide, height of your shoulders. Good. Turning and looking at your left hand, nice and strong with those hands. Roll your palms to the sky and then bring those hands back up to touch. And exhale your hands back into your heart space. Beautiful. Scooting back on your chair just a little if you'd like. Take your right foot and give it that nice extension, okay? So it's getting a little longer. You're feeling it stretch out. Left hand can come onto the chair if you'd like. Right arm can reach up to the ceiling and open out a little wider. You can bring that shoulder back a little more if you'd like. And then bring the hand to the back of your leg, hand to the thigh. Take a breath, hold the back of your chair. You can give yourself a little bit of that stretch if you wish. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Nice big deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. From here, come back up. Lifting that right leg up. You can use your hand to help or use the arm if that feels better. Bringing the hand down. Good. And then scoop your right leg. You can into that nice little windshield wiper. Moving it back and forth. Beautiful. And if you'd like, you can bring both legs over together to do the march back. You can do the cartoon run back. All right, but we will continue to do the march. So when you get here, feel free to alternate arm and leg. And then if you like, add in the away we goes, hands over the head. Do try to crisscross at the wrists for the away we goes. Okay, up, up, and away we go. Nice. Two more. Arms up, away we go. You've got it. Lovely, lovely. Last one. And away we go. All right, take a deep breath in through the nose. Hands on your lap, feet parallel. Exhale. One more time. Deep breath in through the nose. And exhale. Beautiful. All right, here is where you will have the opportunity to stand up if you would like. If you're happier to stay in the chair, that's perfectly fine. We can all practice, even if you're going to remain in the chair. So make sure your heels are underneath you and then double check that everything around you is clear. There aren't any props, yoga props, personal items, things like that. Crossing your arms over at your heart. Make sure your nose is over your toes. And lean forward just a little. See if you can lift up your hips just a tiny bit and then sit back down into your chair. Okay. Switch your arms, crisscross the opposite way. Once again, a little practice. Nose over the toes. See if you can act like you're standing up. Oh, and then you change your mind. Good. Switch your arms once again. Nose over the toes. Press into your feet like you wanted to stand up, and then you change your mind. All right, now this one is for go. So if you would really like to stand up, this is a great place to do it. If you simply want to stay seated, practice one more time, nose over the toes and sit down. If you do want to stand up, keep those feet heavy to the floor and come up to standing. Either way is perfectly fine. If you do come to standing, I want you to wander to the back of your mat and step wide so your feet are nice and wide. If you're remaining in the chair, just take your hands out into that letter T swing that we did earlier, okay? Either one is perfectly fine, right? If you're standing, you can just shift your weight side to side, or you can turn yourself into that hula hoop scoop. So pretending like you have a little hula hoop there. All right, if you go one way with those hula hoop scoops, make sure you do sweep around the opposite way. All right, and then everybody come back to Tadasana. So whether you're standing, your feet are parallel, and you're standing nice and tall. If you're in the chair, your knees and toes are forward, and your torso is nice and tall. Take a deep breath. Left hand will stay on this, either on the chair or beside you. Right arm goes up. Now I'm just going to stand back up. Take a breath and take a little crescent stretch. So as you exhale, give yourself a little side stretch. Feel it into the rib cage. Feel it into the openness of the body. See if you can take a deeper breath into that right hand side of your body. Beautiful. And then come back up and release your right hand down. Left hand goes up, nice and tall. Exhale and give yourself a little more of that crescent stretch. Nice big deep breath. One more. Beautiful. Come all the way back up to center and release your hand. Good. Take your right hand, push it across your body and come back. Left hand, push it across your body and come back. Beautiful. Now, if you are standing, step a little bit wider with both feet and take your right hand back. Now, as we cross the body, push and lift your heel up on the right foot. If you're still seated, you can just pivot a little more in with the knees if you wish. Okay, come back to center. Everybody's still nice and tall. Again, if you're in the chair, you can pivot the left knee and push the hand across. If you're standing, use that lift of the heel to give you that extra stretch. Good. One more time each way. So come back to center. Good. Pop that back heel up if you're standing and pivot and stretch. Good. Come back to center. Both heels down. If you're standing, pop the left heel up, pivot and stretch. Good. Come back to center. Beautiful. Everybody come back with narrow feet. So bring those feet closer together. Take a breath. If you are standing, lift your eyes up. So you're looking where the ceiling maybe meets the wall. One arm goes up tall, nice and high to the sky, and bring that hand down. Switching sides. Left hand nice and high. Beautiful. And come down. Now I'm going to switch my chair so you can see my feet. If you are standing, both hands on the chair, lift your right heel up. If you're still seated in the chair, lift your right foot off the floor. All right, everybody, bring that right foot back down. And we'll go to the left heel. Lift your left heel up. Okay, so if you're seated in the chair, just lift your left knee up. Good, and come down. Beautiful. Stand tall in Tadasana. Nice big deep breath. Good, one more time each way. Left leg is strong to the earth. Can you bend your right heel and hold it in the air? Or just lift your right knee up? Good. While you're standing with the one heel up, can you wave to me with your left hand? Beautiful. Left hand back to your chair. Right heel back down. One more time. Can you bend the left, put your left high heel shoe on and lift your left heel up? Good. If that feels okay, can you lift your right hand and wave? Woohoo! Nice work, everyone. Hand back to the chair, foot back to the floor. For those of you standing, if you'd like to walk your heels back a little bit, go ahead and get a little stretch into the back of the hamstrings. If you're seated in the chair, simply take your hands to your lap. Forearms to the lap if that's okay for you, or just hands and take a little stretch. Nice big deep breath in. One more. And then on the next breath, if you're standing, look up and walk a little closer to your chair. Okay. So if you are standing, side step over to the outside edge of that chair. Okay, we're going to do, I promised a little more agility work today. So we're going to do a little bit off to the side of the chair. Okay. Let me just add back, if at any point you get tired and you want to sit down, please feel free to do so nice and safely. Okay. If you're standing, bring your left foot close to the outside of your chair. Your left hand will stay on the chair. As your heel goes forward, push your right arm out. If you're seated in the chair, work on these arms. Okay, then I want you to imagine you're grabbing a rope and pull it back while you shift your weight back. And then push your chair, push away, keeping the chair right there. And then pull on back. All right, push and pull. Now stay here in the back. Even if you're seated, bring those left toes forward. Can you lift left toes up? Left toes up. Left toes up. Good. Foot down. Are you ready? We're going to combo that. So push forward. Pull it back. One more. Push your weight forward. You're pushing out with the hand. Good. Pull it back. Toes to the sky. You ready? Lift up 3. Lift the toes 2. Lift the toes 1. Awesome. Take your right hand down, actually onto your hip. And then bring both feet nice and parallel. Good. Can you do your hula hoop scoop right here? Here you go. Moving in the opposite direction. I know. Other than every other Tuesday, how often do you hula hoop? Anybody been to a good party lately where they have hula hoops? All right, next time you're at the grocery store, look and see if they're selling them with one of those end caps. Or you can just pretend just like this. This may be more fun. All right, let's wander across behind your chair so we can do our second side. All right, please make sure you're standing nice and tall once again. This time your right hand will stay on the chair, right heel comes forward. Bring your heel to the floor and then transfer your weight into your foot like you're going for a walk. Push your arm forward. And then grab a hold of an imaginary rope and pull it back. Good. So really work that gesture of the push. The heel of the hand is strong. And then wrap your fingers around an imaginary rope and pull it back. Give it a strong push. Pull it back towards you. Good. One more. Give it that strong push. Good. And bring it back. Stay here. Can you lift your toes on the right foot? Hold the block, hold the chair. I'm lifting mine kind of high because I want you to see what I'm doing. You do not have to lift them high. Good. Bring your heel down. Stay here. Toes up on the right foot. And then transfer your energy into the ball of your foot, pushing the left arm forward. Good. Pull it back once again. And push away. Give it a pull on back. One more time. Strong. Push away. And pull it back. Good. Stay here. Lift your toes. Lift those toes if that feels all right. 3. Lift your toes. 2. Lift your toes. 1. Good. Just push back and forth a couple more times, just so you know. Beautiful. Perfect. End in that back position. And then you can stay here and do your hula hoop once again. Shifting your hips around from side to side if that feels better. Or go ahead and work those big circles. Beautiful. For 3. And 2. And 1. Fantastic. All right, coming back towards your chair if you're standing. So make sure you're using that slow, steady walk back. You can bring your hands to your chair to help ease, make sure it's nice and close, and ease yourself back down into the chair. Okay. All right, if you have your water, by the way, and I'm sorry I didn't say this 3 seconds ago, but do grab a sip of water if you have your water bottle nearby. Or your cup or your glass, whatever you may be drinking out of. Have a sip of water. All right, so this part is, actually, we're gonna finish with a little bit more agility. So come on to the balls of your feet, lift your heels up as you sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath. Can you take your right toes forward and cross them over your left? Take your right toes forward, cross them over your left. Take your right toes forward, cross them over, stay in the cross, crisscross your wrists, and do it away we go. Crisscross at the wrists, do it away we go. Crisscross at the wrists, away we go. Beautiful. Take your right hand, hover it over your right knee. Can you lift your knee up towards your hand and crisscross? Lift it up and crisscross. Good. One more. Lift it up and crisscross. Beautiful. Lift it up and uncrisscross. Both feet are nice and straight. Beautiful. Now take your left foot forward, right foot goes behind, and that left ankle crosses over. Press out. Come on back. So you're crisscrossing, extending, and crisscrossing. All right, out. Good. One more. Beautiful. Add in the arms. Here come the away we goes. Are you ready? Out and around and bring it back. Good. Out and around and bring it back. Two more. Out and around and bring it back. Last one. All the way around and bring it back. Beautiful. Hold the left hand over the left knee. Can you lift up and crisscross? Good. Lift up and crisscross. Good. See, that crisscross is kind of important. So see if you can even just crisscross at the toesies. Good. Last one. Beautiful. And then come up and uncrisscross. Both feet are down. Good. Just the arms. Away we go. One more. Away we go, and hold the elbows wide. Fingertips tall. Can you close your French doors? And open the French doors. Close your French doors. And open your French doors. One more. Close your French doors. And open your French doors. Good. Leave the right fingertips up. Scarecrow down the left ones. Lift the left one back up. Scarecrow down the right fingertips. Good. One more time each way. Right hand stays up. Left one goes down. Lifting up and scarecrow down. Good. Lifting both up. Stretch up nice and tall through those shoulders, and then weave right over left, left over right, right over left, left over right, all the way down. Good. Bring your hands to your lap. Walk your feet forward a little bit more, and if you need to, press your hands into your lap. Okay, if it feels okay, maybe your forearms come down a little bit more. Maybe you soften your eye gaze down to your toes. Take a nice big deep breath in through your nose. And exhale. One more time, deep breath. Inhale. Nice exhale. Beautiful. Wandering your hands back up your lap. Press into your thighs and come all the way back up nice and tall. Sweep the hands wide. Inhale to touch the sky. Exhale here. Hands back at your heart. Beautiful. Walk your feet back in nice and narrow if you have widened them. Allow your right hand to stay on your chair, lifting the left hand up. I want you to think about grabbing an imaginary seatbelt from here. Exhale as you bring it across your body and then buckle it next to your right hip. And then inhale, open up, stretch your fingers, deep breath. Exhale, bring it across like you were buckling a seatbelt. Good, inhale again. Exhale, buckle it across. Good, one more, reaching back, feel that openness in the shoulder. Exhale, bring it across. Now take the back of your hand to your thigh. See if you can sit up a little taller, letting your left ribs come forward, right ribs go back as you twist. Deep breath in through the nose. One more time, deep breath in. As you inhale, come back and unwind. Left hand next to the chair. Right arm goes up and kind of back like you were grabbing a seatbelt. Exhale, bring that across and click, click right next to your hip. Inhale to lengthen, lift, open and stretch. Exhale, crisscross the body, click, click. Beautiful. And again, inhale, lift to lengthen, open. Exhale, cross. Beautiful. One more. Inhale, lift to open. Nice big deep breath. Exhale as we cross. Good. Back of the hand on the thigh. Lengthen your spine. Invite a nice little twist here. Breathing in. One more time. Nice big deep breath. And breathing out. Beautiful. As you're ready, unwind your body, come back to center. Give yourself a little waviness from side to side. Take a moment just to release your back. Beautiful. If you can turn that into a circle, go ahead. You can widen your feet a little bit. Nice, gentle, rounded circle. You can reverse your direction if that feels good. Awesome. And then once you are ready, come back, sit up nice and tall. Big deep breath. Exhale, hands wide. Good. All right, staying here. I'm just going to come down to get a little closer. We're going to move since I was inspired by my owl joke. We're going to take our owl breath. Okay. So if you remember, that is a big exhale to push up the air with each one. It's like an owl would say, who, and then we hold the who as long as we can, okay? So you're working to project powerfully out of your voice with each time. Have a sip of water anytime you need one. In fact, you might even want to start with a sip of water because the swallowing is very important with this exercise as well. Okay, so let's all start with that swallow. All right, and you can use your elbows like you almost had an accordion to get a little bit louder and a little more powerful, okay? All right, or bagpipe. I guess a bagpipe would work more like that, right? Accordion's this way. All right. All right, here we go. Nice big deep breath in through the nose. Big exhale. One more time. Here we go. Inhale. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Hold those O's. Ooh. Take a moment to swallow. We're going to do that 2 more times. Are you ready? Big and loud. Here we go. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Get loud, get loud, get long. Woo. All right, pause. Take a moment to swallow. We'll do that 1 more time. Are you ready to get super duper loud? Okay, here we go. Deep breath. Inhale. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Keep going, keep going. Ooh. All right, pause. Take a moment to swallow. All right, we're going to change this up a little, and instead of saying O's for the oo, we're going to make the M sound at the end. So it's whom, and you really want to pull those lips together and focus on that M sound, that humming sound, okay? So that's what we hold on the next 3. All right, shoulders back, nice big deep breath. Get really broad in the front of the body so you can get extra loud. Here we go. Use those elbows like your bagpipes. Inhale. Who, who, who. We get loud with the M sound. Fantastic. Pause, take a moment to swallow, and we'll give this a try 2 more times. Are you ready? Deep breath. Here we go. Who, who, who. Hold them as long as you can. Ah. All right, pause. Take a moment to swallow. We've got one more. I know, it gets a little tingly. All right, last one. Get those bagpipes ready. Are you ready? Deep breath. Here we go. Who, who, who. Keep going, keep going. Nicely done. Take a moment to swallow, or better yet, if you have something to sip on, have a sip of water or whatever you may have nearby. Ooh. I was trying to think. A group of owls has a name. I don't know what it is. I was thinking a rookery, but I think those are penguins. So I'll have to get back to you on what a group of owls is called. I used to know this. It'll pop back eventually, or I'll Google it. All right. I want everybody to take a nice big deep breath in through the nose. Everybody feeling okay? Nice big exhale. Take a nice big, oh, Janet, do you know what it's called? Oh, you're still on mute.
It's a parliament of owls.
Ah, I knew that.
I had to Google it when I've heard it and I just had to Google it. So.
Well, thank you. There we go. A group of owls together is called a parliament. Today, my friends, we are a parliament of owls. Now, there's one that I bet you didn't think was coming today, did you? All right, thank you, Janet, for letting us know. All right, take a nice big deep breath. Stretch your right hand up, left hand low. Touch the sky and the earth. Good, and bring the hands back, give them a little clap. Stretch the left hand up and the right hand low. And switch around. Good. Right hand is nice and high. Get stretching. Look up at your right fingers. Look down at your left fingers. Look up at your right hand and bring those hands back to center. Good. One more time. Left hand high, right hand low. Look up at your left hand. Look down at your right hand. Look up one more time at your left. Bring the hands back to center. Once again, right hand up, left hand by the edge of your chair. Give yourself that nice little crescent stretch. Deep breath into the side as you breathe. And come back to center. Right hand low, left hand sweeps up. Nice big deep breath. And give yourself that nice side body stretch. Inhale, come back up. Deep breath with both arms, sweep them up to the ceiling, and then weave them out and in front of you all the way down. Good, do that again. Inhale, big stretch. Exhale, weave your hands down and in front. Good, last one like that. Inhale, big stretch. Exhale, weave your hands down and in front of you. Pull that energy towards your heart with a deep breath. And an exhale. Beautiful. All right, I invite you here to get comfortable. So if that means staying in your chair, but perhaps elevating your feet, that would be fabulous. If that means leaning back into your chair, getting a blanket or a coverlet for your body, that's great. If you're near a chair or a recliner or a bed even that you could rest on for a few moments, that is nice and comfortable, you're welcome to do that. If you are just interested in relaxing but staying in that chair, do scoot back so you can feel a little more supported through the body, okay? Hands are welcome to rest in your lap. If you would like for the moment, you can, just before your hands start to relax, we'll just do a little massage of the hands so you can massage into the kind of palm of your hand, those places where you're welcome to spread your fingers. We did a bunch of work into the hands today, so really give them a little bit of grace, a little bit of love, a little bit of appreciation. And just give yourself a little massage, almost like you were putting on some lotion perhaps. Work into each finger, into the tips of your fingers, into that webbing between your thumb and first finger, that area. And then make sure you switch to your second side, okay? You're just massaging gently. While you're doing this, you're softening the shoulders. You're softening your jaw, your neck. Beautiful. And those hands can then move towards the small of your neck, that place where your head and neck attach, or a little bit lower to the point where your neck attaches to your shoulders. Little massage right there if you wish. You can even lower your chin. Sometimes that helps to get into some of those tighter muscles up into the back and the neck. Just a nice, gentle little massage if you wish. And you can turn your head to one side. A little deeper massage into the back of the neck. You can turn your head the opposite way. Once again, that nice little massage. And then when you're ready, take your fingers just over your collarbones. Have a little press and release just below the collarbones. And then you're welcome to just bring your hands to wherever they're comfortable. Okay, so if you can close your eyes here, I invite you to do so. Relaxing the bottoms of your feet. Relaxing into the tops of your feet, your ankles. Relaxing your quadriceps, your hamstrings, your quadriceps, your knees. Relaxing through your hips. The middle of your back. Up to the upper back. Relax your shoulders. Relax the elbows. Relax your wrists, palms of your hands, and all of your fingers and thumbs. Relax your neck, your jaw. Hollow out your cheekbones. Soften the muscles around your eyes, and the eyes themselves. Allow your forehead to soften. Just notice ease and the peace throughout your entire body. Ever so gently begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Beginning to make larger movements in your hands and feet, wrists and ankles and arms and legs. Feel free to stretch any way you'd like. You want to sit up a little tall. Remember, if you are at a comfortable spot, if you are taking a rest and you'd like to increase it to a nap and you're in a good, safe spot, please feel free to do so. But if you'd like to conclude today's practice, I invite you to just come to a nice seated, taller seated posture. So lengthen your tailbone, lengthen your spine, lengthen the crown of your head. You can bring your hands back near your heart or close the palms, bring them together. Taking a nice big deep breath in and out through your nose. I thank you all so much for being here today and sharing this practice with me, and more importantly, sharing it with all of us. We made this incredible group, this incredible, powerful group. In fact, today we found out we were a parliament of owls, which I think is so neat. But I do thank you all so much for being here, sharing this practice. Please stay safe and stay wonderful. Continue to do all of these great exercises and more. Keep yourself moving. I look forward to seeing you all. I believe it's in 2 weeks, but have a wonderful remainder of the unofficial summer. And I look forward to seeing you all soon. Stay well, stay awesome. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Janet, again. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you,
Thank
Carolyn.
you.
Thank you, Royce. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Margaret M. Thank you, Margaret W. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Mike. I see you there. Thank you, Wayne. See some of you tomorrow, but stay well and stay fabulous. Thank you
Thank
again.
you.
What do owls eat for breakfast? Katie?
I'm
What's-
sorry.
What do owls eat for breakfast?
Oh, hoot loops.
I love you. Bye-bye.
I know. There you go. Think of that the next time you're walking through the cereal aisle.
Thank you.
Katie.
Stay well, everybody. Take
You
care.
too.
Bye-bye.